This week on Tasty Utah, we're traveling back in time, celebrating two landmark Utah restaurants that are one of a kind. First, the Sunset Grill in Moab, where a whimsical interior transports us to a distinct time and place in Utah's history. Nestled high atop a cliff and overlooking that infamous Red Rock, dining al fresco truly takes on an entirely different meaning here. Then, we're at one of the oldest restaurants in Utah, Idle Isle Cafe in Brigham City. Under new ownership, they're committed to preserving the history and nostalgia that loyalists, tourists, and regulars have come to depend on over the last century, all while inviting a new generation of guests to pull up a seat and honor the years past through their traditional menu and inventive additions. Behind every good food story is a great people story. Taste Utah brings you the faces behind our local flavors, from soil and seeds to the variety of our authentically Utah restaurants. The views along the way, they're not bad either. Food is a necessity. It's how we create it, craft it, and experience it together that truly connects Utah's restaurant community. The secret to our sauce is simple. It's our farmers, artisans, chefs, restaurateurs, and hospitality professionals that make Utah a dining destination. You always have a seat at this table. We're in Moab. I'm taking you to Sunset Grill. I'm actually in their shuttle because you can call their shuttle from anywhere in Moab. They'll pick you up and drive you all the way to the top of this beautiful vista, and you can enjoy a glorious dinner overlooking all of Moab. Now, I've heard that this is a historic former home of a uranium miner that helped to settle Moab and sort of put Moab on the map. Well, we're gonna go dine at his table and enjoy the story, the food, and all the Sunset Grill has to offer. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to the Sunset Grill. How are we doing today, Katy?
Thanks, Eric. I'm so excited to be here. I mean, my breath is legit taken away. It is gorgeous up here.
All right, well, we're glad to have you. Follow me. We've got a table just for you right over here.
Can't wait. Eric, I feel so treated. From the moment that I called the free shuttle to come pick me up, and then I just got this beautiful elevation of rising through the red rocks, going, where am I going? Where is this fantastic spot? And then the spread that you have prepared, it really is unparalleled.
So what this house is all about, there was a guy, Charlie Steen, back in the 50s. He was a uranium miner. He was a little bit down on his luck. He was actually about to give up, and he kind of struck pay dirt. He was literally on his last drill bit. It broke. He was trying to find it under the ground, which nobody else had done before.
Okay.
And while he was on his way home, stopped at the gas station, and well, for some reason back in the day, they had Geiger counters at the gas station everywhere, so the Geiger counter at the gas station started going off.
What's a Geiger counter?
It is a like a little machine that tells you how much radiation is in something. So it turns out that drill bit that he had in the back of his truck was worth about $55 million back in the 50s. So he started living the life of luxury. Built this house up here, raised his children up here.
One of the things I loved about even just walking through the front door is it felt like kind of stepping back in time a little bit. And so I love it. But I think what we really want to delve into is the food. Tell us what you made for us.
All right, so I guess we can start with dessert first. Since
Why
we got
wouldn't
it
you,
in front
right?
of us.
Yeah.
What you have there is our white chocolate cheesecake.
Ooh.
It's prepared with a special white Belgian chocolate.
Love that.
There's also our house-made raspberry sauce that's drizzled under there. Over here we have our chocolate mousse pie.
Okay.
It is straight up. It's got an Oreo cookie crust underneath. Chocolate mousse layered on top, a little bit of chocolate drizzle to accent it there.
Love that.
Earlier we had a filet mignon topped with a port wine peppercorn sauce.
Love that. That's an entree, yes?
One of our
Okay.
entrees, yeah. The other entrees was our strawberry mango salmon. It's actually one of our special entrees.
Ooh.
We had the mushroom vol au vent.
Okay.
That was a brandy mushroom sauce, cream sauce, poured over a puff pastry.
Okay.
We also had our artichoke baguettes. It's artichoke dip, but prepared on top of baguettes and then toasted in the oven with some cheese with some marinara sauce to dip them in. And then also our tomato bruschetta, sprinkled a little Parmesan cheese on top of that.
What are your hours of operation? So when can people come and partake of this lovely decadence?
We open at 5. We don't stop seating until 9:30 or 10, depending on how the business is that time of night. When the time changes and here in November, we do start opening at 4 o'clock because then the sun sets at 5. So we like to open a little earlier so people can get here before the sunset.
I like it. I like it.
And also speaking of that time too, we do a nice Thanksgiving dinner too.
Oh,
a special
I love that.
special menu there. Do like turkey and ham, all the fixins. It's all you can eat and all that good stuff. It's actually one of our most popular days of the year.
I have one more thing I wanted to ask. How long has this restaurant been here?
So as the Sunset Grill, it was the early 90s. I always get stuck up on the exact day, but it was like the early 90s. Before that, it was a place called Mi Vida.
Okay.
I'm not sure how long they were open for, several years before this. Literally the people that bought this place, like they were kind of like came to Moab on vacation and they were looking for a transition in their life and they bought this restaurant. And then they were like, well, what can we kind of need to change the name to it. And they were driving down the street and literally that song Down at the Sunset Grill came on and they were like, oh, that's like the perfect name. So it just kind of fit. And yeah, from there on just kind of became the Sunset Grill. And we've been that for the past, 30 something years now.
I love to sit and eat food, but one of the things that I love the most is to actually see food being made. Would it be possible for me to pop back in the kitchen with your chef and make a dish together?
I don't see why not.
Okay, well, Eric, I'll leave you here to enjoy that handcrafted chocolate mousse cake, and cheers to you. You're doing an amazing job.
Well, thank you.
Chef, it's so fun to be back in the kitchen with you. What are you making for us?
I want to make a raspberry for you guys.
Okay.
And I want to make it Olivia too.
Okay, awesome. Let's do it.
Let's go do it.
Okay. Whoa, look at that
The
beautiful prime rib. It's been cooking all day.
All day,
Yeah.
Take it for so
Pulling it out. Oh, it smells so good.
let's go work it.
Whoa, that's a nice thick piece. What are you seasoning it with, Chef?
Like seasoning with the garlic, onion powder, salt, and paprika.
Brushing it with butter?
Brushing with butter.
How many ounces would you say that is?
I say 12 to 14 ounces.
12 to 14 ounces. That's a nice hearty portioning of red meat. What are you serving it with, Chef?
Serve it with potato and asparagus.
Ooh, love it. So
Potato.
a baked potato.
Bacon and salt and top of gravy.
Yes. All of the good stuff. Asparagus. You've blanched it in some nice hot water.
Go with splash the butter
Just a little kiss of butter.
and more salt and pepper.
Yeah, a little bit of salt. You want to season everything, right?
Everything, they want a good flavor in it.
I love that. So we go from grill
to the
saute. Yes.
A little bit of oil,
A little bit of oil.
a little bit of salt.
Season the pan. Love it.
Let's go get it on 5 frames.
Oh my gosh, look at these beautiful prawns going down.
There's a 5
Sauteed.
frames.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, let's go with garlic,
More garlic. I told you, key to my heart. I love garlic.
wine,
Oh, white wine going down in the pan.
and lemon.
Lemon, nice.
juice.
Heavy whipping cream, I'm not sad about that. And then you're just gonna let that all marry
Let it
together
make
and
a little
reduce
bit.
down, yeah?
Yes, and let's go put it the crab now.
Ooh.
Real crab.
Yeah, look at that beautiful crab.
And the last, let's go put it the pasta in.
The pasta, but you wanna wait for
A
the,
little bit, kick it
yeah,
up.
the cream to kind of thicken and
Thicken,
reduce
work a
down.
little bit, yes.
All right, linguine going down. I love it because you can see the sauce actually adhering to the noodles and you're seeing that beautiful sheen on the noodle.
Yeah.
Goes on this beautiful square plate, and it just takes up the whole thing because that is a dish of pasta. Oh, asparagus going down, beautifully seasoned, and then is that Parmesan?
Parmesan. And
Parmigiano Reggiano, because why wouldn't you?
Large.
Yes. Chef, I have to tell you, the experience up at Sunset Grill, it's literally unlike any other. Yes, we love to get elevated, we love the views, but really what Sunset Grill is it's a celebration of Moab history, and it's also an invitation to come be a part of it and to sit down and enjoy heart-cooked, handcrafted food. It really is such a beautiful experience.
Thank you.
The only thing I have left to do, I'm gonna eat this, you're gonna eat that, and I cannot wait. I gotta go get a fork in it.
I can follow you too.
Yeah. We are in Brigham City. I'm taking you to the oldest continually running restaurant in Utah. They've just come under new ownership, but they're still serving the same great food. Let's go get the story at Idle Isle Cafe. Hi, Karina.
Hi, Katy.
Very, very excited to be here.
It's great to see you.
The history, the food, I cannot wait to dive in.
I have a counter full of food, so ready to get started?
Yes, lead the way.
All right.
Idle Isle Cafe is the oldest continually running restaurant in Utah, so how many years?
102 years.
102 years, and what does that mean, continually run?
That means that it has never shut down. So even during World War II, during COVID, it never shut down.
So it's been open since when?
Since 1921, so it's 102 years old.
102 years old,
Yes.
Centurion restaurant.
Yes.
I mean, when we're in here sitting down, everything feels nostalgic. Everything feels very vintage, is it?
It is. So this is from 1910. There was a restaurant in here before, Idle Isle Cafe. The light fixtures are from the 1920s.
This looks like nostalgic, like vintage coffee maker.
It is. It is a vintage one that they used to use here in the restaurant, my understanding, if that's correct.
Oh my gosh. And you just came into ownership of Idle Isle about a year and a half
16 months ago.
So yeah,
Yes.
16 months ago. You're taking some of these amazing signature items and then also introducing your own flair. What do you feel like your mission is here?
We want to take something old and make it new again. So we want to keep the old because that's what grandma remembers.
Yeah.
But we also want to appeal to a younger crowd too. So we want to come up with new and innovative ideas.
That's amazing. Is there anything in front of us that sort of exemplifies that?
Yes, right here we have a Cowgirl Kate.
Yum!
And that one of our servers actually came up with that.
I love that. So what's on this?
So what's on that is a hamburger patty.
Okay.
It has pepper jack cheese, of course, spicy ranch sauce, tomato, of course, our fresh hydroponic lettuce, and
Looks like fried pickles.
fried pickles are on there.
Oh, I love it. So you not only do you have fried pickles on the menu now, is that something that's always been on the menu or something that you brought to it?
No, what we did add, when we bought this, we did add appetizers.
And then what's the accoutrement here?
That is a potato salad, yes, and that is made in-house.
I love a good potato salad. Is this an original recipe or your touch?
No, it's an original.
Tell me about the beverages.
This is our Idleberry lemonade.
Okay.
So Idleberry is original to Idle Isle Cafe, and it is a combination of a Marion blackberry and a blueberry.
So it's kind of like a Idle Isle compote.
Yes.
And then tell me a little bit more about what we have on the table.
Here we have a ribeye steak with our fresh in-house made potatoes.
Love it. So you're peeling the potatoes.
Peeling the potatoes, we're mashing them, we're doing that all in-house.
Love it.
Our gravy is made from our pot roasted drippings, so that's made in-house.
Yes,
and then of
please.
course we have our fresh peas from Taggy's.
We love Taggy's, and they're just down the road in Perry. So
They
it's
are.
like, why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
And then it looks like chicken fried steak.
This is a country fried steak.
Country fried steak.
Country fried steak.
Huh?
There again with our corn and mashed potatoes and country gravy. That of course we do make in-house. This is our beef stuffed rolls with our seafood macaroni salad. Of course,
stuffed rolls.
yes,
That
that is our pot roast, yeah. With our house-made rolls.
Some other fried goodness over here. I'm disappointed because I ordered the large onion rings. Tell me about these. This is amazing.
These are onion rings. When we wanted to add appetizers, we're like, what could we come up with? What can we do? And onion rings are obviously just an obvious. And
I mean,
we make
look
these
at
in-house. We do get onions from a local farmer.
Yum.
And we serve them with our ranch and our fry sauce. So for dessert, we have a K Latina, which is a Jello.
Okay.
This has milk in it. So this is just definitely something that Maria started making, and it's something new and refreshing. Maria is a prep cook that's been here for 5 years.
Oh, that's
She makes
wonderful.
our rolls. She makes a lot of our different dishes here.
And then this is sort of a classic traditional
This is a
dish,
classic. This is an original recipe. It's 102 years old. This is our custard.
Yeah. And then the dinner rolls.
Those, I don't know how old the recipe is, but those are definitely made in-house. Those are just, they're delicious, they're light, they're airy, and paired it with our apricot jam. Just amazing.
And apricot jam, you're getting the apricots
From Taggy Farms.
From Taggy's,
From
which
Taggy's,
is so
yes.
amazing. And then you're making.
We're making it in-house.
And let's talk about your history a little bit. You and Jonathan came upon the building, not necessarily reluctant restaurateurs, but definitely first-time restaurateurs.
First time, yes.
Something that's also really unique and actually quite humble to say, hey, you know, we have this amazing staff. They also are foodies. They also like to experiment with food. Why not try to get something on the menu?
Exactly. I've challenged them and said, hey, if you guys have any ideas, tell us. Let's see what we could come up with. And so Kate came up with this Cowgirl Kate.
Okay.
And Carson came up with the Cowboy Carson Bison Burger.
Okay.
Carson is our lead cook. He's
Okay.
been here for 5 years. He is
Wow.
he's studying to be an architect at Weber State.
Okay.
He came up with this amazing
I was
burger.
gonna say, no better person to build a burger than an architect.
Exactly, and quite the build it is.
I mean, I could just sit here and reminisce and talk about all of the amazing things that you're doing here all day long. It really is so special to be able to recognize you and your husband and the team that you have here that is not only holding the space for something that has existed for so long out of reverence and respect, but also then saying, I think we have something that we can add and more ingredients and more flavor and more spices that we can bring to the table to truly create the next iteration, the next evolution of Idle Isle Cafe.
Exactly.
Carson, this is your creation. You got to put this burger on the menu.
Yeah.
Where do we start?
So first of all, we start by getting down the patty.
Nice
which you
bison
keep down
patty.
here. Yeah, it's a bison patty,
that's a
ground
big-
bison.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I would
It's a big
say.
old patty.
Yeah. So we'll put it down on low heat.
Okay.
So we add some water. This steaming process helps it to cook a lot faster
love
than
that.
it would.
And it seals
without
in
it.
moisture,
Yeah.
which is so great.
It holds the moisture in the patty.
So Karina was telling me that you are going to school for architecture.
Yes, I am.
I said, no one better to build a burger
Yeah.
than someone who is studying architecture.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how you created it, a little meticulously?
A little bit,
Yeah,
I would
I love
say.
it.
It kind of contributed to it.
That's so fun.
Yeah. Definitely
Now,
the creative aspect
yes.
kind of helped with that.
I love a nice toasted bun. I
Yeah.
feel like that just adds a whole other element of texture
Yeah,
to a
definitely.
burger. What do you love about cooking? You're in school for architecture, but yet here you are this chef for 5 years at Idle Isle.
It's just really the people.
Yeah.
The people in the job is definitely fun, where we're able to do our own thing. And I don't know, I've met so many people while working here, I just can't imagine working anywhere
It's
else.
so fun. The back
Yeah.
of the house is such a party.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
So now we're
burger
gonna
comes
pull our bun off.
Love it. Burger bun.
And now we're gonna start on the other things. So
All right.
the things we gotta work on now
All right.
is a fried egg
Fried egg.
and a fried onion ring.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
onion ring and egg.
Yeah.
Okay, I love this.
So we start by getting some oil down. We're gonna spread it out so
Okay.
it doesn't like boil the egg.
Yes. Very
And
wise.
the first thing we're gonna get down is the onion ring,
Okay.
which we have in here. Grab a decent sized one.
Love it.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah. What are you hoping to cook that egg to, Carson?
We cook it to over easy.
Over easy.
Yeah,
That's the
so
way you
it's
want it.
pretty runny.
Yeah.
Now we'll get to adding the toppings. So I'm gonna
All right.
grab in here. This is the special sauce I made for my
Carson
burger.
sauce. I love it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's great. So we'll
That's
just
right down on the bun.
yeah, we're just gonna cover the whole bottom.
Yeah.
And the whole
Very
top.
generously. You
Yeah,
don't want to
very
skimp on the
generously.
Carson sauce.
Yes. Okay, and we're gonna start with putting lettuce.
Beautiful lettuce.
Yeah,
Going
beautiful
down.
lettuce. We get
Couple
our
of sliced tomatoes.
yeah, our lettuce is hydroponically grown,
Oh, that's so wonderful.
so it's extra fresh.
Yeah, that's fresh. That's right from the garden.
We'll add a little bit of onions, even though we have the onion ring, it kind of fills in the rest of the.
Yeah, I love that. And the
Yeah.
onion ring kind of subdues the oniony taste, so you
Yeah.
need to add just a little
Yeah,
extra.
just a little bit more, and then we'll get the cheese ready for
Beautiful
when the
cheddar
burger.
cheese going
Yeah.
down.
So it looks
Oh,
like our egg is about
Egg
ready
is
to
like
flip.
perfection.
Take some bacon that we
You
keep up
can't
here.
skimp on the bacon.
Yep, and we're gonna just cover the whole top in that.
You're building it like a true architect. I
Yeah.
love it.
In line.
Ah,
Then
now
put the cheese on top. We'll cover that with the lid.
Give it a little steam
Give it a little
bath.
water.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
gonna throw this on top right here.
Oh, good to go.
Yep.
That
then-
almost looks like a patty in and of itself.
Yes. It makes it so much taller, so much harder to eat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Which is even more fun.
Yeah.
No way to eat that pretty. Is that what you're telling me,
Exactly,
Carson?
yeah.
Thanks for that.
If you're not getting messy while you're eating, then
Yes.
you are
need
eating
to
right.
you need to trademark that. If you're not getting messy, why are you eating?
yeah.
And now
We're just gonna be gentle and pull off our egg. And it's
don't
just
want to
gonna go on
break it.
here.
Just put it gently on top.
Very gently.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I
Okay.
gotta grab a steak knife.
Grabbing a steak knife.
So this kind of has a story behind it
Okay.
too. We originally used toothpicks to hold our burgers together.
Yeah.
But this one's just too massive.
No.
It cannot fit.
Carson,
so-
look at that thing. And then when you stick the steak knife through, it punctures the egg.
Yes, it punctures
And
the
so
eggs and allows it
it's
to
just
run
gonna-
down the burger.
This is unfreaking believable. Okay, I gotta go find a plate. I gotta go find a sink to make this
Uh-huh.
happen. Carson, thank you so much.
You're welcome.